Yo, 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 yo. Big Kish back up in here. The Ville never fails. The Ville never fails. We got a breakdown, y'all. We got a breakdown of the So Be It record from the clips. And y'all know Pusha T had dissed Travis Scott. And they say he dissed Kanye West as well. About to get into it. Before we get into that, y'all make sure y'all please go pick up a copy of Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset, written by me, Big Kish, because there's a lot of young fathers out there that need leadership and guidance. Also, what will be in the description is the merch and the Discord. Join the Discord, y'all. Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Now, Clips decided to share new music. They decided to share one song from their new album that's coming up. Now, I believe that they've actually gone to the Roc Nation office and had everybody lined up to listen to this album before it's released. Now, we're less than a month away. They decided to share a song via radio. From my understanding, Funk Flex has played it on the radio station, and DJ Head had also previewed it. And we have reports of Clips addressing things on the record. Now, the record is called So Be It, and there's a couple things that Clips talks about. Now, they address Kanye West and the Neptune split up. Now, the song is a fire song. It's a very good song. The beat is amazing. The lyrics, the cadence, the flow, everything is so good. But the one thing that I want to point out right now is when the Clips address Kanye West, specifically, I want to talk about Pusha T. Pusha T decides to go and talk about Kanye West. Now, just to be clear, there's speculation that this song is 3 minutes and 15 seconds long. However, the previews that we've been hearing of this record.
Yeah, Pusha T got 2 verses on the joint. No Malice got 1 verse. No Malice slid on it. I ain't gonna lie. He slid.
Have only been up to 2 minutes and 15 seconds in its entirety. After that, we don't get to hear the full entire version, allegedly. But there's speculation that this song is longer than what we're being shown. But from the people that have heard it, they've heard that the lyrics that were said on the record was Pusha T addressing Kanye West. He says, "You cried in front of me, in front of me. Calabasas took your bit and your pride in front of me." Now, this is Pusha T reigniting these rumors involving Kanye West, Drake, and Kim Kardashian, talking about a time where Drake and Kim Kardashian were accused of having an affair while she was married to Kanye West.
Oh, now this is why I got tapping with the Ville. I know he got all the info. Also, Pusha T said, yeah, I got the footage. I would have TMZ leak it. He said I would have had TMZ leak it. So be it. Dang.
But if you've been watching, bro, the important part that was noted in this diss right here was him also shedding light at the Hidden Hills. The Hidden Hills is a location over there in Calabasas. It's a place where Drake and Kim were neighbors. 8 celebrities that lived in the Hidden Hills at this time was Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner, The Weeknd, Will Smith, Drake, French Montana, Leanna Rimes, and Jessica Simpson. Obviously, the ones that stand out at this time would be Kim Kardashian and Drake, but the Hidden Hills have a lot of stories to them. And I just found it very interesting that Pusha T decided to bring up Calabasas. Now, out of all...
Hey, look, y'all remember, hold up, was Rick Ross on this list? Nah, Ross wasn't on this list, was it? Nah, y'all remember when the Ville had broke down with Rick Ross in that video, he was breaking down the Hidden Hills, and he had Hidden Hills on the back of his jacket, his lumberjack and shit. That, yo, internet was on fire, boy.
And I just found it very interesting that Pusha T decided to bring up Calabasas. Now, out of all rumors that you could bring up, you bring up this one. I understand that he's beefing with Kanye West, and he's been very vocal about Kanye West, but I feel like he reignited this situation to take shots at 2 people, Kanye West and Drake. What better way is it for Pusha T to get at Ye, Drake, and the Hidden Hills all at the same time? Well, let's talk about this rumor that had been speculated back in 2021. It ties to all of them at once, but also hints towards the crazy stories that we hear about the Hidden Hills.
There you go.
If you didn't know, Hidden Hills is a rich neighborhood in the area of Calabasas. Hidden Hills started getting talked about when DJ Vlad had talked about it on a podcast.
And No Malice said, if you had her and I had her, she don't matter. So, I mean, No Malice could have been going in on it too. I don't know. I gotta rewind.
Saying Drake had property there where he felt like a lot of questionable parties were happening. where he assumed could have been covered up because of how crazy they could have been or how questionable they could have been to the public.
There's been not one person that's coming out. Well, from what I understand, when Drake first moved to like Hidden Hills, like they were wilding out in that house. And him and his homies were doing some shit that probably got covered up somehow. You know what I'm saying? And now maybe people got paid. And maybe this partying. No, not like. I heard some stories. You know, but I'm not gonna mention it. Just getting in type shit.
If y'all don't know, that's Vlad and DJ Academics. Vlad was like, yeah, I heard, you know, Drake and his boys was doing some stuff they had covered up. DJ Academics, the glazer that he is, he tried to protect Drake, was like, nah, they was partying. Vlad was like, no, they wasn't. No, they wasn't. No, they wasn't. Listen, y'all, check it out.
It's partying. No, not like. I heard some stories, you know, but I'm not gonna mention it. They was getting it in type shit. I mean, some things could happen. Maybe he's paying them off. Like, I think Drake is just paying them off, and so I mean, listen.
In an earlier video, I had talked about how Drake had owned this property at one point in time and then had sold it to Matthew Stafford when he moved away. It was on this property where he owned it by the name Richard Fitzenwell. Richard Fitzenwell is an alias that Drake goes by when he had stayed at the Mark Hotel, when he was being taunted by the security guard that owned the items from Meet the Grams, where Kendrick eventually got the pictures from, through him by messaging Anthony Saleh. This is how Kendrick got the pictures from Meet the Grams. It was through this security guard who had worked at this hotel, who knew Drake's alias. Owning this property with this alias is very crazy, considering that it's a party compound. Yeah. And by what DJ Vlad is saying, talking about cover-ups and things happening at this place, at the Hidden Hills, it seems like there's a lot going on that people know about, that a lot of people are mentioning. But it's funny how they mention it. They've mentioned it very subtle, similar to how Rick Ross had brought up Hidden Hills when he was beefing with Drake as well. In my last video, I had talked about how Rick Ross had mentioned Hidden Hills as well. Rick Ross says, I unfollowed you because you sent a mother and cease and desist to my friend French Montana. You sent the police, hated on my dog's project. That wasn't the same guy that I seen when we were making records together. So this is Rick Ross upset at Drake. That record was for Splash Brothers, the cease and desist that Drake had sent. But those lyrics, he says this: people know the real secrets left in Hidden Hills, bought the whole street up and got it for a deal. In that diss record that Rick Ross made called Champagne Moments, he's wearing a Hidden Hills t-shirt while he's talking about this situation, while he's dissing Drake. Not to forget to mention, another person that Drake is friends with that was in the middle of this beef was French Montana, who also lives in the Hidden Hills. Now, in the middle of making this video, Pusha T officially dropped the song with the lyrics in it.
Now, you know, French, he down. I don't care what nobody say, bro. He down with something. He down with something. He be walking around Puff too comfortable, boy. He stay with a towel on or a robe. He don't need to be dressed when he be around Puff, boy. And he be trying to look like Drake.
Its entirety. And a lot of people are thinking that he's talking about Travis Scott. He said, you cried in front of me, you eyed in front of me. Calabasas took your bit and your pride in front of me. Heard Utopia had moved right up the street and her lip gloss was popping. She ain't need you to eat. The net gonna call it the way that they see it, but I got the video. I can share an AE it. They wouldn't believe it, but I can't unsee it. Lucky I ain't TMZ, so be it. Now, the key thing that people are talking about right now is if they're not sure if he's talking about Kanye West and the scenario involving him, Drake, and Kim, or if he's talking about Travis Scott, because he says, heard Utopia had moved right up the street. Now, I want to be clear with you right now. The way that I interpret these lyrics is that he's talking to both Kanye and Travis Scott. But I think the message is directly for Kanye West. In my opinion, that is. It's like he said right here, the net gonna call it the way that they see it. So I guess all speculation is fair game at this point, is what Pusha is saying. But when he says, you cried in front of me, you died in front of me. Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me. I think he's talking about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West right there. The next line, he says, heard Utopia had moved right up the street. But the thing is that Travis Scott doesn't live in Calabasas. As of right now, it's reported that Travis Scott lives in Brentwood. It says here, while it's commonly known that celebrities live in Calabasas, including members of the Kardashian family, there is no definitive information that Travis Scott lives there. He does own a $24 million mansion in Los Angeles, which is in the area of Brentwood, but the specific location isn't mentioned as being in Calabasas. And when Pusha T says, and her lip gloss was popping, she ain't need you to eat, he's referring to Travis Scott. But GQ tried to double down in the explanation through their interview that he was talking about Travis Scott by mentioning this individual with the initials AE for Alexander Edwards, who was a best friend and right-hand man to Kylie's ex, Tyga. He was Tyga's homeboy.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know none of these people, y'all. I know Tyga, but all them Kylie people and Jenna this, that, Jenna Kardashian this, I just remember them being a part of the, I think their father was a part of the OJ thing and all that, but it seemed like them rappers, like they all share the same girl. Like, yo, it's like if you see a chick like Lori Harvey, for instance, she with Michael B. Jordan, she with Future, she with Puff. Like, bro, it's like once an artist get one chick, it's like she with this guy, that guy. It's like they all share the same chick. So it wouldn't be far fetched if they are in a house, having some type of freak off or something like that. It wouldn't surprise me, bro. So that Calabasas stuff, everybody get in the house and just baby oil it up. It's just too much going on, man.
Who had recently got into a fight with Travis Scott. But I think that's a reach within itself. I don't think that these initials are in regards to AE. The net gonna call it the way that they see it. But I got the video I could share and AE it. But that doesn't make sense with the following lines under that. They wouldn't believe it, but I can't unsee it. Lucky I ain't TMZ, so be it. Now, my speculation is that the AE isn't for Alexander Edwards, but the abbreviation is for something else in regards to information. Considering the fact that he's talking about TMZ, there's an abbreviation for AE that stands for authenticated encryption. It's a method of encryption that ensures both confidentiality and authenticity of data being shared, kind of similar to how people share information to TMZ when they give them information for a story, for money, or whatever type of exchange that they got. In essence, when discussing information sharing, AE points to a method that ensures the information's confidentiality and authenticity. So AE, which could mean authenticated encryption, which ensures both confidentiality and authenticity, makes more sense when you talk about the TMZ right after it. Confidential information that's being authenticated to news outlets like TMZ is something that Pusha T would reference right after that. It would only make more sense than thinking that he's talking about some guy named Alexander Edward. But that's just my opinion. I for sure think that GQ got it right when Pusha T did the interview and called Travis Scott a whore. I think that was something that they picked up when he called him a female in the song. But I do think that was a subtle jab in regards to the final verse of the song. I think the final verse is still talking about Kanye West and his situation with Drake and Kim Kardashian. In that same GQ interview, he even states that he's dealt with bigger issues than Travis Scott by dealing with Kanye West. He said, I've already dealt with the lack of loyalty to his mentor, the guy that he looks up to. Pusha T had said, referring to Kanye, I've been dealing with the corny shit that goes along with them. So it's like I'm in a whole nother place.
Yeah, allegedly, Travis Scott dude, he ain't moving right, man. He ain't moving correctly. They say he moving like something like Drake, man. He behind the scenes doing some goofball stuff, man.
Don't bring that over to my house. I just wanted you to have the true context, man. And honestly, Frazier, you got to realize I've really been in Paris. I've really been making my joints. I've really been doing my shit. So even though I do think that he is referencing Travis Scott, I think his main concern is with Kanye West and Drake at this time. For sure, I believe that he took a jab at him by saying that Heard Utopia moved right up the street after Travis Scott had moved to Los Angeles and calling him a woman. But I think that the Calabasas line is in regards to Drake and Kim Kardashian, where they were rumored to mess around over there at the hit.
Yeah, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Me personally, I think all these people is messing around with each other, man. I think all these people messing around with each other. And then Kanye, when he ain't taking his stuff that would be taken to make him right, he just start flipping out. This dude is, man, he's crazy. But as far as them sharing the same girls and all of that, and paparazzi be taking pictures and then leaking some of the information, that's when they want to. It's a big show. That's what it is. Big shit show, man. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. Shout out to the Ville for breaking this down, man. Because I was clueless. Like, I'm listening to the bars. I'm like, damn, is he talking about Drake? Because first thing I think about when he speak about Calabasas, I'm thinking about Drake. But they not. He said, nah, Travis Scott. Said Travis Scott came in the studio with Pharrell. Pusha T was in there and played a part of a song, but ain't played a part that Drake had rapped, and Drake was featured on the song. Drake was dissing him, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't play that part, you know what I'm saying? But Pusha T was like, he was monkeying around in the studio, you know what I mean? All that hooting and hollering that he be doing when he listen to songs. He be jumping on couches, doing backflips off couch when he hears songs and stuff like that. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about this Travis Scott, Drake, Kanye West, Kardashian, all this Calabasas, Hidden Hill stuff, man. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.